Okay, yeah, Sandown the focus today. Brent, have you had a chance to cast your eye over the form?
Yeah, pretty keen on one actually in the first horse called Bo Zoom, which is actually trained by Neville Parnham, who's based predominantly in WA in Perth, but has set up a satellite stable here in Victoria and will be making more of an impression in the coming months, I would suspect. And he's got a horse here who's lightly raced. Damien Oliver gets on board, and we're racing on the Lakeside track at Sandown this week. And I know we spoke last week, we were racing on the Hillside track, and we only got 2 races in before the meeting was abandoned. The Lakeside track is a little bit tighter than the Hillside track, and I think this horse can, even though it's drawn out a little bit wide, can go forward. Wasn't beaten far behind Groundswell in a maiden last preparation. And I just think the way that it's jumped out trial this time in suggests to me that it is quite forward. And I think Neville's going to want to make a bit of an impression with these horses here in Melbourne, and I wouldn't suspect that he's going to go to the races with horses that are underdone. So for me, I'm keen to play race 1. Was it number 3? It's around that sort of $3 mark at this stage. I think with Damien Oliver in the saddle, I think that's a really strong sign of intent.
I can't just leave you with one. What else have you found for us there today?
Yeah, there's a horse that I was keen on last week, and I think she's probably even nearly better suited this week, and that's Clementina, who's a former Kiwi trained mare. She's also got Damien Oliver in the saddle, and she's drawn barrier 1, which I think might be a big advantage in race number 5. Tigre Royale is the favourite. He was dominant last time out, but he was dominant in weaker grade. I think Clementina's coming through a stronger form race, and I think she steps up well from the inside gate. I don't suspect that she's going to lead, but I'm hoping Damien can take up a prominent position, maybe be sort of 1 or 2 pairs back to the inside. And if they are sort of sticking to the rail, which they often can do on the Lakeside track, I think she's going to be well positioned there. So it's race 5, number 10, Clementina.
I was going to ask you about those two, particularly because he had John Allen on yesterday. He's keen on Tigre Royale, and Clementina's been a horse who's kept on popping up in these interviews right through. So you're going the former Murray Baker Andrew trained Forsman trained mare on top there these days with Danny O'Brien. Have you got another one for us for
look, I think there's a nice horse going around in the last race number 8. It's unbeaten, called Open Minded. He's a gelding by Jimmy Shuve, who's trained by Anthony Friedman, got Mark Zara in the saddle. He progressed really, really nicely in 2 runs last campaign. And I think even though he's going up to benchmark 70 grade, to me, he looks like he's got a bit of class. So look, he sticks at the 1200, resumes at the 1200 here. I think he hopefully can go forward from that wide draw. And I'm suspecting that he's going to be quite hard to beat in race number 8, horse number 15, Open Minded. But it does look a very, very competitive card. And I think we had about 145 acceptances for the 8 races, which gives you an indication of how many trainers were looking to get to the track. Clearly, there has been some scratchings this morning and emergencies come out, but very, very deep fields and very, very competitive racing at Sandown this afternoon.